What is going on YouTube? Joe here with Culination Media, and welcome back for another episode of the Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. This is episode number 32, and in the last episode we did the trading sequence with the business scribs. We got ourselves quite a few heart pieces out of that, and we have some more optional items that we can get to today before eventually heading off to the Ikana Castle and eventually Stone Tower. First thing that I want to do is get the all-night mask, which it'll probably be the first and last thing that we do in this episode because we can't do it all at once. The first thing that we need to do is we have to repeat an event that we did earlier on in the game, which was save the old lady that comes through North Clocktown a little after midnight. So I'm going to return the flow of time back to normal so that the clock kind of just moves at a normal pace because it was only a little after 11 p.m. So you can see Sakon the Thief over there behind one of the columns. He's just standing there creepily, but when the old lady comes through with her bomb bag delivery thing for the bomb shop, he will try to steal the bag from her, and if you save her, then that will allow us to eventually get the all-night mask on the third night. So we have to kind of set things up, and while we're waiting, I mean, we can just fast forward time via the Song of Time manipulation that we usually do as the old lady is appearing here. But there's actually some other things that we can do in the meantime since we have the time anyway. We might as well go round up some of the other things. There's another mask that I want to get that we can get here in Clocktown, and we can go do the, what is it called? The Spirit House in the Ikana Canyon that we walked by a couple of times. Anyway, I'm just kind of babbling on here. There's the thief running away. Oh, good old Sakon. So if you just slash him, he runs away. And you can also shoot him with an arrow from afar and he blows up and dies. And that's pretty much that. So I don't know why he takes so long to run out, but eventually he'll get out of Clocktown and we can talk to the old lady. So you have to do this. If you don't, you can't get the mask. So make sure you do it. Thank you. Since you didn't take off with them, I can finally stock bomb bags at our shop. Well, thanks for helping me. Take care. Well, okay then. So now that that is accomplished, we can fast forward time, but the other mask that I want to get just so happens to be in East Clocktown at the Milk Bar at night. So we're kind of here at the right time anyway, so I'll wait to fast forward the clock. We also need to make sure that you have 500 rupees because you are going to have to purchase the all-night mask for 500. So if you don't have the larger wallet, or largest wallet I should say, I think it's actually called the giant wallet. But if you don't have that, you can't get this mask anyway. So yeah, I probably should have said that at the beginning. But I might as well just pick up that little thing of 100 rupees while we're here in East Clocktown. So you're going to need all three transformation masks, the Dooku, Goron, and Zora mask. You're also going to need the Romani mask so that you can have access to the Milk Bar at night. And what we want to do is go talk to Toto over here, the band manager for the Indiegogo's. We were scheduled to perform. This place has a reputation for being a great live venue, so it's a shame. I'd like to do a sound check, though. I just want to see what it would have been like. Hey, you. Could you help me with the performance? And you just tell him yes. Okay, you play the ocarina, right? Go stand under the center spotlight. Okay, so that would be this one. Okay, play your ocarina like this. And he gives you a couple of notes to play, so we'll mimic those. And conveniently, there's 3 other spotlights, which is perfect because we have 3 other transformation masks with 3 different instruments because the Dooku scrub plays the horn, or it's like a collection of horns, and the Goron plays the drums, the bongo drums, and then, what am I thinking of? Ah, the Zora, yes, good old Mikau plays the fish guitar. So, yeah, let's go ahead and pull out a Goron mask here, talk to him again, and he's pretty much just going to be the same thing. It's very repetitive. His text doesn't really change. You play the drums, right? Go stand under the rear left spotlight. So we'll go stand under here, which just happens to be very small. I don't know why the Goron is standing in the very small spotlight. I mean, it makes sense for the drums to be in the back, I guess, but still. So we'll play that. Now they're all going to play at the same time. Somehow, once we get all 4 transformation masks playing, it just or all three plus Link. I don't know how he does that. It's like some kind of strange magic that they can all play at the same time, even though it's the same person. And what's his name? What is that guy over there? The Gorman Troop. Yeah, Gorman, that's it. He's drinking his sorrows away because his performance was canceled, sadly. It's all because of the stupid moon falling. This Carnival of Time is just a disaster. So we'll put on the Zora mask and we'll go stand under the right spotlight and we'll play the notes, which is a little bit more complicated than the other ones. I guess because it's the guitar riff, I don't know. So there we go, we've got 3 out of the 4. We'll put on our Dooku mask and we'll fill in the last spot there. And this actually isn't for heart pieces, this is for a mask that really doesn't have that much use at all, actually. But you're gonna need it if you want to get the Fierce Deities mask. So I plan on showing you guys that, so I wanted to make sure that I do this. Yes, I want to help you with the performance, and I know which spotlight we're going to stand in since, you know, process of elimination and all that jazz. I don't know why I walked all the way across the stage, just doing weird things. So now we get to listen to the finished product after we finish doing our little solo act here. There we go. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful song. We make quite the band, I must say. Me, myself, and I, and I, and I. Bravo, that was the best. That melody. It's really getting to Gorman in the feels here. That melody, it brings back so many memories. It's their old standby, Ballad of the Windfish. That's the song that members of the previous generation of the Indiegogo's made famous. If only they could play it at the carnival. I entered show business because I heard this song at the Carnival of Time long ago. By doing performances, I thought maybe I'd get to meet the singers of that song. Oh, you mean Lulu? The one you heard singing must have been the original Lulu, mother of the current lead singer who's also named Lulu. I guess it's a family tradition for that name or something? So her daughter is singing now. Is that so? I'd like to hear that. I'm sure you would, Gorman. But you'd have to not hang out in this bar all the time. Sorry I booed you. Please, take my mask. And he just apparently has a mask of his face because he's going to give us the circus leader's mask. This mask looks so sad, you could put a tear in even a demon's eye. So really the only practical use that this has is when you're being chased through Milk Road and the Gorman racetrack by the bandits that are trying to break the milk jars. When you're with Cremia and she gives you the Romani's mask, that whole quest, if you put on the circus leader's mask during that, they won't attack you. They won't try to steal the milk or anything. Which is kind of odd because you need the Romani's mask, which you get from that quest, to get the circus leader's mask in the first place, because you need the Romani's mask to even get inside this bar. So it's a backwards thing, and there's really no use for it whatsoever. But you do need it, like I said, to get the Fierce Deity mask, and so that's why I wanted to make sure that we do it. So with that done, we can pull out our ocarina, probably pull out our bunny hood, and while we're waiting for it to be the third day, I guess we can go ahead and go back to the Ikana Canyon, and we can complete the Spirit House for a piece of heart. And after that point, we might as well just fast forward time, because there's not really too much else that I want to do. Now after we get the all-night mask, we can use it to get another heart piece, which I will be doing in the next episode. So many side quests to do, and we haven't even done the Anju and Kaffy side quest, which is the longest in the game. It's kind of like a big long trading sequence, but you can get a couple of masks and the final empty bottle of the game from doing that. So just not sure when exactly I want to do that. Possibly after the Stone Tower Temple. Spirit House, we've prepared wandering spirits and are awaiting your arrival. Well, we're here, so there you go. Want to make sure you have your ocarina out here because you can actually lower the price of this little minigame. Ikana Kingdom was founded on this land stained with a history of darkness, drenched in blood. Well, that's already creepy. Even now it is a place where troubled, regretful spirits gather. So you can see a ghost right in the back there. If you are seeking the one who is stronger than you are, you may find strength here. From a group of spirits plagued by lingering regrets. If you have faith in your skills and might, then try saving these wandering spirits. Yeah. But the earthly price you must pay is 30 rupees. Well then, will you do it? You can say no and actually play a song on the ocarina to reduce that price down to 10 rupees. Not that 30 rupees is a lot for this point in the game, if you have the Giant's Wallet. But yeah, there are wandering spirits here. So, as we have done throughout most of the game, you can play the Song of Healing. And it doesn't appear to do anything, but when you talk to him, he references it. Yeah, he says the same thing over again. You cannot heal all souls with that song. Are you sure? If you have faith in your skills and might, then try saving these wandering spirits. Hee. The earthly cost to you will be 30 rupees. I'd like to be able to take that much, but I shall take 10 rupees. So there you go. Now we can pay the lower price, and we have to defeat these ladies within the time limit and rest their souls in peace. But if your life energy drops below 3 hearts, I will stop the match. Now, if you have gotten all the straight fairies and you have the defense boost and all of the heart containers that we have at this point, this should be no problem. And you'll immediately recognize these enemies if you played Ocarina of Time, as they were the ghosts that were in the Forest Temple. The Ghost Sisters, there's 4 of them. Amy, Meg, Joe, and I'm missing one. Okay, apparently that jump attack can just go right through you. So we do have a time limit here, and they kind of just act like normal pose. You can hit them with your sword. You can try to do a jumping attack, but for some reason that just goes right through them sometimes. So you might be better off just slashing them. You can also use like fire arrows or something if you want to hit them from afar, but the Gilded Sword does a lot of damage. You can kill them in 2 slices. As you can see, Amy just bit the dust there. Now we have 2 at the same time. Let's see, Beth and Joe, maybe? I think Beth was the other name that I couldn't think of. So we have 2 minutes to defeat 3 more. Shouldn't be too bad. Meg is a little bit harder once we get to her. But anyway, yeah, Beth, that was her name. Now it all makes sense. Get out of my way, Joe. And no, get out of my way. Wow, I just missed my chance at killing you because Joe is being a meanie butt. Keeps running into me. Get out of here. Okay, let's go finish her off. Goodbye, Beth. And now we just have Joe to deal with, which she shouldn't take too long. The longest by far is Meg, because she adopts the same strategy that she did in the Ocarina of Time, where she splits into multiple forms and creates an illusion of herself, and you have to find the right one and shoot it with an arrow. So it's not that difficult to find, but it takes quite a few hits to kill her. So yeah, you can't hit her with your sword, so you just have to deal with the arrow damage, which is a bit less than what you'd be dealing with the Gilded Sword. So if you just wait, she will appear, and then one will spin an extra time, and that's how you know which one is the real Meg. Now, the camera angle sucks for doing this, but you should be able to catch it just out of the corner of your eye, like that, and there we go, you can shoot her. And it probably takes about 4 or 5 hits, something like that, so you want to make sure you have at least a minute remaining. Otherwise, it could get a little bit dicey, especially if you miss one, because it'll take another 6 or 7 seconds, if not more than that, off the clock. Actually, it only took 4 hits, so you don't even need a minute. So there we go. Oh, she's dead. Okay. For some reason, she made the I'm dead sound, but it wasn't cutting out, so I thought it glitched or something. All right, I give to you the earthly spirit of, or not the earthly spirit, but we just get a prize, basically. It's a heart piece. So all of that just for 1 heart piece. I guess it's worth it. Now my own soul has been healed too. With that, we're actually going to see you again later on, and that'll be after the Stone Temple, or the Stone Tower Temple. But alright, that is the last thing that I wanted to do in this episode, other than buying the all-night mask, so it might end up being a short episode, actually. But now we can go ahead and fly back to Clocktown. And I need to get some more rupees too, so maybe we should do that first. So we need to make sure we have 500 rupees. There's no sense in going back to the curiosity shop and waiting if we don't have the amount of rupees that we need to actually buy this mask in the first place. So we probably should do that. I need another 100 rupees, and unfortunately I already got the 100 that were in East Clocktown in that treasure chest that I've gotten like 1,000 times throughout this playthrough, so I think I'm just going to kill the Takuri, which is always just chilling here outside of Milk Road. This thing is one of the most annoying enemies in all of the Zelda franchise, because it steals your items. It's quite annoying. It takes quite a few hits to kill him too, even with fire arrows, which are already pretty powerful. And if you manage to slice him with your sword without him taking any of your items too, it's still going to take quite a few hits. But maybe 2 more, he'll be dead. It's amazing that he takes this many hits, and this is just a regular overworld enemy. There's only one of them in the entire game, though. And wow, no, he took that too. When are you gonna die, Mr. Takuri? There we go. Down he goes, and he'll drop a huge rupee for us, which is worth 200, which will more than fill up our wallet. And now we are ready to go back to West Clocktown, because the all-night mask is going to show up at the Curiosity Shop, which is only open after 10 p.m. And the all-night mask only shows up on the final night. So we are going to need to fast forward time, as I mentioned quite a few times already. And I believe this is West Clocktown area. Probably could use to get some more magic, but we're just going to pass up on that for now. And it is almost daytime. I didn't even realize that. It's like 5:15. And this is the Curiosity Shop, so we've reached our destination, and I could just stand here and wait for it to reach 6 a.m. before, you know, fast-forwarding time a bunch of times. But anyway, I'm going to cut through this because you guys don't need to watch me play this song like 5 or 6 times. So I will cut until it is just about 10 p.m. on the final day where we can purchase the next mask. Alright, it is approaching 10 p.m. on the final day, and now the Curiosity Shop is open. Remember, at the beginning of this episode, we saved the old lady in North Clocktown on the first night. And because we did that, the all-night mask is now available only on this night, only at the Curiosity Shop for 500 rupees, which means you have to have the giant wallet, and you have to have defeated the Skulltula house in Great Bay to get that. When you put it on, you can try to fall asleep, but you won't be able to. Pretty creepy, huh? Yes, it is quite creepy. Quite creepy. And this actually doesn't have a whole lot of use. You can only use it in one place, and it allows you to get a heart piece. And we will be doing that next time. So there we go. Apparently, this mask won't let you drift off to sleep even if you want to. Wear it with C. You bought a weird mask. This was added to your notebook. Why did we have to add that to our notebook? I don't understand. So I have nothing else that I want to give you, and we are ready to go back in time because the only way we can use this mask is not on the final day because everyone is evacuating. So that's pretty much all I wanted to do this episode. Kind of a shorter episode, I guess. And not a whole lot accomplished, but we did add 2 more masks to our collection, so we're almost done, actually, as far as that is concerned. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please make sure you're leaving a like, rating, or comment, or whatever you would like to do, and I will see you all next time. And until then, game on.